Hey guys, this is Chris, the short sale guy. What's going on? Good to see everybody again. Want to talk to you today about what your options are. Many times when people are coming to us, finding themselves in a difficult situation where, tragedy may have struck, maybe there's health situation, divorce, job loss, or so many reasons why so many great people find themselves in a difficult situation where, they're like, all of a sudden, man, I behind on my mortgage and it's just a very tough situation right now. And they want to know, Chris, what are my options? Especially when it comes to the mortgage, right? And the bank's hounding you and calling you and mailing letters and everything. So we want to talk about what your options are today. I'm going to start with the very best one because it's the one I'm passionate about. And I think so many times is the best choice, and that's a short sale. So first of all, what is a short sale, right? A short sale is where the bank will take a loss on the property, basically. For example, let's say that you owe 135,000 on the loan, and let's say that it actually sold for 150, and you're thinking, man, great, that's $15,000 in equity. Well, not so fast, because when you throw in closing costs like realtor commission fees to sell it, when you talk about taxes and HOA fees, many times there's liens on the property, like could be a lien for solar panels, it could be a lien from the HOA, it could be a tax lien. And all of a sudden you think you may have equity, but you don't. And especially in a market like we're in now, where interest rates have gone up, the buyer pool has shrunken, it could be tough. And so anyways, a short sale is a great option, because if you just don't have a ton of equity where you truly could sell and get your money and get some equity in it, if you're not in that situation, then a short sale is good, because we can go to the bank, like a realtor like myself, and go to the bank and say, hey, this is what's going on with Mr. and Mrs. John Doe, and good people, but this is what happened, and they would like to short sell their home. The bank says, yes, Chris, let's get it done. And so it's a great option because, number one, it stops foreclosure. A lot of times when people reach out to us, and maybe they're just a few weeks away, it would be great if people let us know months in advance, but many times it's just a few weeks away. So it's an option where we can, if we all move quickly and get everything to the bank quickly, they'll stop the foreclosure many times, which is phenomenal. The second thing is relocation assistance, which I love, because many times if you're living in the property up until the time that the property sells, they'll give you relocation assistance to help you get in a new house. People ask, how much money am I going to get? Well, that all depends on a whole bunch of factors. It could be anywhere from several thousand. I've seen people get up to 25. Don't get your hopes up, because that's not always the case. But it depends on a lot of things, and maybe $5,000 or something like that. It'll help you get into a house. It'll be a real blessing for you. I know that. It's many times less impactful to your credit. And in other words, when you short sell your house, it has many times it impacts your credit score less than a foreclosure or a bankruptcy would. So in other words, if you do a short sale, maybe your score only drops a certain amount of points, whereas if it's a foreclosure or bankruptcy, it drops way, way more. And that's just, most of the time, that's what people have seen. We can't promise anything. But in my own situation, that's what happened. It was way better to short sell it, because it helped me get on the road to recovery quicker in regards to buying a home later, financing some things later. And that's my next point. Helps you purchase another home sooner. We've seen some people who short sell their home purchase in a year or two. There's specific guidelines, health reasons and things, but many lenders, after 2 years, if you've reestablished that you're back on track, no more late marks, have a good reason as to what happened, they will work with you. So doing a short sale will help you get on that road to recovery quicker. And then I love this. You're in control, because if you do nothing and they just foreclose on you, it's almost like you don't know when the sheriff's going to come knocking on your door and tell you to get out the property, move all your stuff to the curb. So humiliating. Whereas with the short sale, we know when the close date's going to be, and you can get that relocation assistance, hopefully, and help you gracefully leave the house and start that next season of your life. So you can tell I'm passionate. I love short sales. Such a phenomenal option. I'll quickly go through the other options. Bankruptcy, it can be good. It stops foreclosure also many times. So that's really a great thing, but it just hurts your credit so bad. And what we see a lot of times is, I believe the statistic is 2 out of 3 people fail on their Chapter 13 bankruptcy. And many times it's because it's just a short-term solution. The financial condition and situation hasn't changed yet. And so by the time bankruptcy finalizes and they reorganize your debt, you still can't make the payment every month. And then now it just complicates things. I'm not 100% against bankruptcy, but it's not the best option unless you can already see how you're going to be able to, to meet your obligations with the reorganization plan and all that stuff. Then it can maybe be a decent option, right? Especially, but let's go to the next one. Loan modification. What is that? It temporarily or permanently alters the terms of the mortgage. It could be a principal reduction. It could be a lower interest rate. It could be, stretching your mortgage term from 30 to 40 years. We've seen some of that. So a loan modification can really be a great option. The challenge that we've seen many times is people just won't be able to qualify based on their current financial situation. They're going to want to vet everything and make sure you can keep the terms they're agreeing to, these new proposed terms. And if you can't qualify, then they just won't do it. So that's what we've seen a lot of times is they get you excited about a loan mod, and then when push comes to shove, when you get into the nitty gritty, it just doesn't work out. So that can be so very frustrating. Number 4 is a loan forbearance, and that's a really good option, but many times people have already done that by the time they come talk to the short sale guy. And we see that their loan, there was forbearance for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, some people 2 years. And if you haven't done a loan forbearance, by all means, do that first. Right? I think that is a great option if they'll do that for you, because it buys you time to try to get back on your feet and to get back in right standing with the mortgage and get it current. However, if you've already done that, then a lot of times at some point they say we can't do that anymore. Final option is a deed in lieu. It's a good option, just not the best. Deed in lieu is where you'll actually deed your property back to the mortgage company, and they sometimes will give you relocation assistance, a lot of times not. But it's a way to also gracefully leave, because you can tell them the date, y'all agree on a date that you're going to deed it back to them. Sometimes they want the property in what they call broom swept condition, where it has to be clean when you turn the keys back over and give them the deed. So it can be a decent option. That's why you reach out to us, text us, contact us, and we can talk with you and see, hey, what options have you done? What's available to you? Being a man of integrity, it's about finding what works best for you. I'm not going to blow smoke, not going to just tell you what you want to hear, but at the same time, want to tell you what we think the best options are. And then you have to make the best decision for you and your family. But those are the 5 options. I'm the short sale guy. I love short sales because I've seen that it works. But hey, let's chat. Let's see what's going on and what's helpful in your situation. Thank you so much. Love you guys. God bless you.